Data is the DNA of any business. At National List Services, we focus on one ideal. We offer marketing solutions that fit. We're not interested in selling you data. We're interested in selling you the primary solution to the problem you have today. As a data broker and aggregator, we have access to the top data sets and know where everyone is getting their data from. We identify your demand, the needs of what your customers are, where people are in life, what stages they find themselves in, and their backgrounds that most fit your necessity level. National List Services looks for a long-term solution to what your data needs are, and more importantly, we will educate you on the industry, what to ask other data sources, what to look for, and what to say. Our job is ethics-oriented and getting you what you need right now when it comes to data. Book a call with us today at nationallistservices.com.
Good afternoon, everyone. Audrey here for Data Don't Lie. I have my Nerd Magic shirt on, which means we can do a lot of really cool stuff to help you. You watch the intro video. There's a lot of different solutions we have, but we're going to keep it simple today. And in October, we're going to do some focused education and simple things you can do to help take back control of your marketing. Things you can put into place right now. You don't need to wait for a new budget for the new year. You don't need to ignore Q4 and say we're ready to go. If you can do some simple things to get yourself some traction, some new customers, do it. And I'm going to show you how and how to keep it simple and fit the budget. So today we're going to do something simple because in October we have a plan. I want to do a little teaser right now. We're going to talk about how to get consumer and business data. It depends on who your audience is. But then what is required if you want to get their phone numbers? What things do you need to do as a business owner legally required for that? If you want to do an email campaign, what is required? What waivers? What permissions? What data? I'm going to cover those things and we're going to break it down real simple. We're going to do consumer and then we're going to do business and we're going to lay it out so you can take control of your marketing. There's no reason you can't do this yourself. And there are a few pieces, a few little areas where we can help, where it is cost and time effective for us to help you with executing on that marketing plan. But again, we're not going to sell you something you don't need. We're going to educate you to know when we need to come into play, when we can do some nerd magic for you, or how we can help you just get the right list and hit it. So today we're going to do that. This is a business list I'm going to run today. I'm going to show you national list counts, and we're going to cover just a few basic, simple steps. So let me pull this up in its own window on the bar. I hope you all are doing well. I haven't been on this in quite a while, and I'm glad to be back. For a while, I thought maybe I didn't like doing this every week at noon, but you know what? I missed it when I wasn't doing it. It's consistency, it's discipline, and it's beneficial. It's beneficial for me to keep on top of my education of how to use our data and share it with you in the most effective way. So let's get to it. Let me share my screen here. Share screen. And I'm going to pull up national list counts. Now, the most popular searches we do, honestly, are for B2B, for other businesses. And to call other businesses, there is no regulations. Their numbers are generally 99% available. It's public. It's fine to call. The only time you might need a little bit of help from us is on emails. But again, I'm going to cover that another time. So today we're going to go to the DMB National Master File. This really is my go-to. The other one we usually use is right here next door, Data Axle Business File. The only difference between the two, there's a few differences, but the main one is when I'm looking for specific businesses, industries have SIC codes, Standard Industry Business Code. And so I am more familiar with DMBs because they are 8 digits and very specific. And data axles are 6 digits and don't always match exactly. That's a whole nother show we can do another time. But right now, we're just going to go to DMB Master File. And as I build this, let me pull it over here so I stop looking between two screens and I'm not talking to you guys. Today, what I wanted to do is something simple. Let's say you work with local businesses and you, once there's not as many regulations, want to make in-person visits. So you really want to target your marketing efforts around your location. So today we're going to do that. So top tab navigation on NLS, it always starts with geography. That's the base of every list is where do you want to target? Is it nationwide? In this case, we're just going to do a radius. And for right now, as always, if I don't have a guest with a location, I use my own. I'm going to pick my own zip code and I am going to do a 100-mile radius. Now, there is a option here not to cross state lines. So for some industries, like real estate or insurance, you're licensed in only certain states. So if you know your radius, I'm right on the boundary of our state. I'm right between two states. So I know this is going to go over into Iowa. I'm fine with Iowa. I could drive over there. Oh, it's beautiful. I love going down I-80. Not a problem. But for other industries, you would pick do not cross state lines, and that would change your radius. So here, I'm going to leave it unchecked, and I'm going to save this. So I've got my 100 miles out. I can easily visit a business within 100 miles. Now, I want to focus on small businesses because I know I can help impact them the most right now. So under demographics, I'm going to go pick the company size. Now, of interest, when we run a report, if we didn't pick employee total or number of employees, our reports will output that total on it. It's not going to charge you or make it a selection, but it basically is giving you that extra breakdown so you can see where you are numbers wise for companies that fit how many employees you want to target. So I'm going to do employee size total. I believe that is exactly what outputs. I'm going to take off uncoded records. Uncoded means they don't know what bucket they fall into. Actually, I'm going to leave it so I can show you how many can be present where they're just not sure data-wise how many employees are there. So let's leave that for now. So I want small businesses. I got my radius. I'm also going to pick a specific title. If you know your decision maker, if you know who it is you need to reach, you can put that in here. I'm going to put one per phone right now. You can do multiple per company if you wanted to, if you didn't have a specific title to reach. But if I'm picking a title, one per is exactly what I want. So let's go over to, I'm going to pick direct dial as well, especially if I know you can add this or not. But if you want to pick a specific title and you don't want to talk to the gatekeeper, it depends. It depends on your comfort level as a caller trying to stir up business. You may speak to the gatekeeper and know who the title is you're trying to reach, but they could block you. So it's up to you if you want to pick direct dial or not. I'm going to pick direct dial on this and click continue. That means they have a phone line that goes straight to them. Over under business type, we're going to back up. Title is listed under DDM, decision maker, DUNS decision maker. This is where you're going to find your title. You would think it'd be under title, but it's not. Under data axle, that other file I mentioned I use as well, it's under title. But here I'm going to click look up. And in my case, I know I want CFO. So I'm going to type in CFO and click search. It's not going to pull that up because perhaps it's going to have the full name, Chief Financial Officer. Let's grab that. And then I'm also going to get, well, we'll start there. I'm going to add group. And if I wanted to, I can go back into here. Let's look up. You can click CFO, Chief Financial Officer, and click search. And that's going to show you other titles that might be present along with that or instead of that. So you could click, it automatically goes to just these positions. It's going to give me all three of these titles. I'm okay with that. I like that. If you only want CFO, pick that. Actually, you pick either all or you would pick just these. So let me pick all and add. Perfect. So it's saying you duplicated it. You already have this. Perfect. I've got it. I'm good. I'm also going to look up and find, I wanted CMO, Chief Marketing. So let's go down to, it wasn't under Chief. So let's go over to Marketing and add group. Oh, I wanted to look up. Let me go back. See, this is why we do lives. If I can easily click and mess it up, you might think, oh no, what did I do? Nothing's ordered, nothing's run. Have patience and definitely go back and click search. There, Chief Marketing Officer is right at the top. I'm not too interested in these other one. A marketing director or marketing staff, they're not the ones who are going to make the decisions that I'm calling about. I want just this. So I'm going to add that. Okay, I'm going to take this off because it's wanting to give me all of those. Let's go look it up one more time under marketing. And this is why I don't mind doing oopses while we're doing a live, because how else sometimes do you learn? So I'm going to click just this position, A117, and you're going to see where it shows up. Let me click add. It's over here. This gave me the whole group, all 3 people that are Chief Financial Officer titles. This one is giving me one exclusive title I want, Chief Marketing Officer. So it either will be the code or the group. So I hope that shows a good cross-section of this so you know what you're getting. I'm going to click save. As of right now, they are over here, but I always want to just complete the process to make sure it's locked in. So right now, what I'm going to do is click recalculate. That runs the numbers so I can click instant breakdown. Instant breakdown is exactly what your count report's going to look like. So when you run counts and you have a membership here with National List Counts, you can run your count report and it's going to send you an email with all this information broken down. So as of right now, I'm not sure why it's telling me I have 0 records with those titles in a 100-mile radius of where I'm at. That cannot be true right now. So let's go into instant breakdown if it'll give us one and see what's going on. Wonder if I did the wrong. Let me do a radius again. Miles, zip code. Let's do this. Let's do 68. Actually, you know what I'm going to do instead? Instead of a zip, let's do a point on a map. And let's open that map. And I'm going to put in, I need to find a location down in downtown. That's what I'm going to do is downtown where the commercial district is. I'm trying to think of a location down there. Orpheum Theater. Let's see if that does it. I don't think I spelled it right because I am not a good speller. Okay, it picked it up. All right, so I'm going to use that address, 16th Street. That is like in the heart of our downtown metro area. This includes Lincoln as well. So I'm going to save this. And let me recalculate again. Maybe the titles are throwing it off. If this happens and your titles might be too detailed, you could, instead of selecting the titles, run an output with the titles available. And then you can better identify, okay, so this title is too specific. What titles should I pick? So in this case, what I'm going to do is do a count report and run the email. And what you can do is a 2-dimensional report. Next step. That means 2 selections. I want to see this report based on 2 selections. And so I'm going to leave this the automated. I'm going to add my selections here. I'm going to do geography. And then I'm going to add MCR codes. That would be my titles. So even though Dunn's Decision Maker was the group and the MRC codes is this specific title, when you go to run your output, it's going to do it based on the very specific title. So now I'm going to run my count report and I want to see what it sends back to me to see that breakdown of titles available. So that's always a backdoor option when running numbers. So this isn't available. What else is available? Let's look at that list of titles. We do this for our customers. That's why sometimes you email our support team if you're an existing customer, because you're like, okay, I know what I need. I can't quite get it pulled up. Can you help me? And this is where we use our backdoor options or our workarounds to try to figure out how we can get exactly what you need without selecting exactly what you need or think you need. So that always is, it's a part of the service we offer, and it can be educational, like right now, how I'm showing this to you. So let me pull up my email, And I'm going to open up that report and I'll share that screen here in just a moment. I want to make sure it outputted correctly. For some reason, it's still telling me 0. That is so strange. So this is why sometimes Audrey should run numbers before we go live. But it also goes to show you, again, how to use the system, how to figure things out. So I am going to obviously rework this and make sure I am doing the right selections. This is when I send it to our support team and say, hey, girls, help me out here. For now, it's girls. That could change. That could change tomorrow. Let me stop sharing my screen here. That's when I say, help me out. I have these selections. It's not giving me the results I want. Help me again with that workaround, that backdoor option to figure out, what am I doing wrong here? Sometimes it is the geography. Sometimes you have to tweak that a little bit. Right now, maybe the system's down. I'm trying to look and see if there's an email saying, hey, right now, this is not working. When we get those emails internally, we quickly send that out to all of our users who are registered so they know, don't get frustrated. Don't call us 20 times. It's down for all of us right now, and we'll let you know as soon as it's back up and working. That happens too. Computers are programmed by people, and people are imperfect, and things fall apart sometimes, but we quickly get them fixed. So I hope this has been insightful. It definitely shared some real use experience on National List Counts. And again, if you don't have a login, but you're thinking about it, you watch me do this live, you know you could use a list of phone numbers. Maybe you're just one person who needs to start making those calls. Get a minimum order list. Get 1,000 numbers to start with. If you called 100 a day, that's 10 days of phone numbers. That seems reasonable. That is doable. And that can change your game and build your pipeline more than you even can imagine. And it's a simple order. And it's a simple phone call each day. So I hope this has been insightful. Get your free login. Go to, let me put it in the comments and chats. Let me pull up my links and everything. Go to nationallistcounts.com and you can register. It's on the sidebar. You can either log in and then it says if you don't have a user ID, new registers here. Fill out that information. Also, let me give you the link for our video learning center because there's a video on how to register. It's not complicated, I promise, but sometimes it just helps to see a video of how to before you go do. How to go do. I'm going to put that in my notes right now because that's a little bit catchy. How to, then go to and do it. So in the chats, here we go. This is the Video Learning Center. You can register for this and we will be in touch with updates as they happen. I might send out a special, hey, we're having a live Zoom. Come join us and learn more how to use this. We also can communicate easily back and forth by you registering here, having access to the Learning Center. Watch that video on how to register. Go register for free. So you can use this when you need it, as you need it. And I'm going to guide you every step of the way. So in the next 4 weeks, please watch, share. I'm going to send out a post about on Instagram and probably on LinkedIn on what we're going to cover, why it's beneficial, and how you can use it and benefit. So you can get a leg up and take back control of your marketing. That is our mission here, to put that control back into your hands. Yes, we can do the nerd magic and fill in the gaps where you need it, but there's so much you can do, and we want to empower you to do that with confidence. So have a fabulous end of the month. It is the end of our fiscal year. New quarter starts tomorrow. I hope you all the best. And seriously, call me, email me, message me for any data you need to knock this quarter out. And with that, I am off, and you guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks so much for joining.